We ain't gonna go live. We want to go live. I'm gonna put it on record, and then we'll look at it. We can go decide if we want to go on.
Man.
Hey y'all, man! Thanks for tuning in for In the Talks with Ness, man. We got my man Reem here. You know what I'm saying? Tuning in for we gonna have conversations and litigations about a bunch of different situations and some even revelations. You know what I'm saying? So we got Bible talk today. We got different little stuff we might go over, man. So we gonna do that today. But like the brother was just saying, that y'all called it at the end of the conversation, is that the purpose that you go to church for and the reasons that you go to celebrate the Most High. So, did you go to church to fellowship with fellow worshipers and gospel and praise to the Most High, or did you go there for the purposes of trying to judge the Most High out of a blessing or out of a something else, or just subservient things like to serve pride or ego? I came here to look at what everybody else got on just to say I did it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't to say that I'm understanding. So,
and not only that, people can get caught up in other people's assumption of how they think and view things.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of times. We get caught up in us being the way we are. We got caught up in doing things ancestral or repetitive things that we done from our ancestors that they didn't know.
Right.
And the way I look at it is now, that's what's going on with church. A lot of people is just doing it repetitively
because it's a tradition.
A tradition, yeah, that's it. Is we have to go to church on Sunday, but are you going to get spiritual awakening? Or are you going there for the fashion show and all the other stuff that people go for?
Are you going there to let the creator gospel to your soul and let the word speak to you and heal your broken wounds? Or are you going there to consume a bunch of nonsense? Because that's important, what I'm saying?
Because see, friendship, that's the friendship with that. See,
that's a relationship.
I want to have a relationship with that. And see, it can become repetitive, but the whole time, 9 times out of 10, people leave church and they don't even know half of what the sermon was about.
Okay, because I didn't come for that.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't come for that. I was in there doing other things. These days, I might have been on my phone. I might have been doing anything but set that. I think that it's outrageous that we live in an era that people don't have time for the creator. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't wake yourself up. So, starting your day out of anguish and haste and stuff, man, the creator said to be still and know that he is God. To take patience and enjoy the day, man. Enjoy the breeze sometime when you wake up. Before you wake up racing, just wake up at 10 and be glad to be alive. Count some blessings. You know what I'm saying? Think about some shit you're grateful for. Set your tempo for the day. If you get up and you got yesterday's bullshit repeating on your head, yesterday is gone. It's a reference material.
You want me to tell you what's the biggest thing with the gen? I mean, not the biggest thing, but
break me off.
I can understand the generation of now with church. Okay, This is the biggest thing. Okay, what they see is this, and I talk to a lot of them, and I truly understand this. Okay, you tell me to have faith in something I don't see it, that you just telling me have faith. Okay. So my mom's dying. Say, for instance, my mom died, but you telling me to have faith that my mom is going to live, but she died. So now, where do faith go? You get what I'm saying? So now, you told me to have faith. I went to church. You told me to have faith. This, that, and the other. Okay. So with all my heart, I believed that my mom was going to get healed, but she died. Right. So now where do faith go? Where do church go now for them? It goes to a dead end now, because now they got a chance where now they start feeling like they got like I did it. Because now you told me in church that if I had faith, this, that, and the other, this was going to happen. So you got to understand and make them understand what is faith. You got to make them understand what all these things is without throwing them in there. Yeah. Because when you throw these kids in the church like that and you tell them these things and these things don't work, Of course, he turns them around. So you got so many of them back up in the streets because the streets didn't lie to me. The streets told me the truth. The streets told me all this. The streets told me that. The streets said, oh, them niggas down there gangbanging. They was really gangbanging. The streets said they selling drugs down there. They was really selling drugs. But when I went to church, they told me that I to believe in something I never seen before. I never understood or any of this. And I did. And I didn't get the same result.
I didn't get the same result. Yeah, that's
so I trust the streets.
Yeah,
because the streets didn't lie to me. Church did. And church was so judgmental. If I go in there, it said come as you are. If I come as I am, they don't see me in the back.
Yeah, so that's religion. That's because you done found the wrong.
No, but majority of the churches like that these kids go to.
They can't go there. They're not accepted.
So how you go? So how anybody gonna get mad at them of not believing in something when y'all didn't have them get a full understanding of what to believe in, how to believe in. You didn't give them a good construct, bro. Yeah. Your construct you gave them is that, well, because when you go, the Bible says there's a season for everything. So, when you go there to talk to the Creator and learn those lessons, the people that's supposed to gospel you as shepherds, you're supposed to teach you how to heal those wounds and understand how to deal with those certain things. But we don't have that. You have shepherds in there that are trying that's why,
like you said, collect money. I'm in here for a check. I'm in here for a jug. I'm not in here for that. So this is the problem, folks. That's what religion is. But that's why religion has started to fall, because religion it confuses people. Spirituality is who you are and where you need to grow back to. Right. And that's the difference. See, like they got mad at me because I said I'm not religious no more, I'm spiritual, because it's too much confusion in religion. You telling me your God is the God, you saying this God is God, this God is God, but really they all the same person. That went to the different parts to make that people understand higher consciousness and how to get back to your spiritual. So I'm known by many names. I am the great I am is even in there.
Yeah.
Who are you? I'm the great I am.
See, people don't get that. They keep reading the
message, like we said earlier, though. So if each time that we went through it, there was a message to be delivered, and you didn't get the bell right, then, like you said, we came to church to get a message to let the spirit gospel to your soul. And if you didn't get the message, then it was a waste. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, like you said, we have people that's conflicted. I think that they be worried about all the wrong things to study the message, bro. They be worrying about if, like for instance, do Malcolm X have Christian Louis Vuittons? Jesus had a Louis Vuitton robe. Like, these are the things that's relevant, and you miss the important parts. Like, if you do the spirit of mammon and you worried about physical things and finances and money, then this is the issue. You know what I'm saying?
But 9 times out of 10, everybody that go through a financial crisis and all this is what they speak, and they not understanding your spiritual being. So it even said in the Bible, and it tell you to watch what you say, but people don't understand. By you not watching what you say, you can either bless yourself or curse yourself.
Right.
9 times out of 10, people put more curses on themselves than blessing.
A lot of misinterpretations, bro. That's like you said earlier. We got to get that one. I'm gonna get on that one. That was a good one you said, with the going to church and you tell them pray for your people, they gonna be all right, and then they pass away, and now you conflicted, bro. There's a lot of people, a youth that's conflicted with that souls that will come back to the Creator if they get that understanding. But when you go in there, like we just said, misinterpretations. Who is the shepherd, man? You know what I'm saying? The Creator said my people would know my voice. You know what I'm saying? Because I would look different. I would not look the same way I looked the last time you seen me. So there's no way for you to be like, oh, you gonna look like this? You don't know. You don't know. You don't know my voice. So you gotta listen. You gotta go in there and find shepherds that guide right.
And then
that's the spiritual part.
Then when I just seen that spiritually mean when he say you're not gonna know my faith, because he's saying he came in through different people talking to you. Right. So you're not gonna know my faith because my faith. But you'll know
My voice.
My voice, because the tone of voice and what I will say, I'll be matching with the same thing what another person said. Just like people go through this. Oh, somebody told me that same thing. They just told me that. So that's what the Creator is telling you. He has a different face, meaning he's all of us.
He said that though. I am in you. You are in the world, not of the world. So when you get here, they're gonna teach you how to sin for your flesh. The earth gonna come and teach you skin stuff. You gotta feed your soul.
This and then the word became flesh.
Yes,
you were the word. We are the word that became flesh.
So you gotta feed that word though, or the flesh gonna take over, and that's where the lust and the sins come from. Everybody, because once the flesh take over, it has shit it wants.
But you know, right now we just in a time right now where people don't understand where. That spiritual battle, we are really in it now, and people don't understand it because a spiritual battle meaning a battle that you can't see with your own eyes. It meaning you got to go deeper. You got to actually start feeling with your whole being of your spirit, not your physical.
You got to access the other consciousness that you have,
and you feel it. People feel it all day long. They say, "Oh man, my first mind." What you think your first mind? That is the spirit. That's the spirit, man. That's the true form of you telling you. Look, this is the wrong way we going. But what we do, we allow the flesh to kick in and say, "Oh man, ain't nothing gonna happen." And then what you say?
Here we go, carnage.
I should have followed my first mind.
I should have followed my higher self.
And that meaning that's when we understand in the flesh wars with the spirit. That's a prime example, clarity for you to understand.
Every day. Every day.
Every
day you gotta tame that beast. You know what I'm saying?
But the biggest thing with everybody is people don't understand this either. People don't practice self-control. I'm out of control because of some things I do more than I do others. But if I'm in control and I have self-control, that means self-control, meaning everything is in control.
Right.
Not one or two. Everything.
Harmony.
Exactly.
Unity.
So we are just trying to get ourselves back under control by ourselves because we have other things to have us out of control. You get what I'm saying? And people don't realize right now the chaos that's going on right now is because people don't have self-control over themselves to know that I'm doing too more of this. I shouldn't be thinking like this. I shouldn't. It's a self-control thing.
Yes, but that started with essence and learning the principles that the Creator taught. You know what I'm saying? Love thy neighbor like you love thyself. Do certain things, practice certain beliefs and constructs, and you will get certain values, man. But people be practicing the narcissism and ego and pride. That's what's going on now, bro. I see it a lot. But that's the sin, though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta use those the proper way. Like pride in your work means do it with love and care and make sure it's done right. You know what I'm saying? Pride in yourself, pride and some other shit could cause harm. You know
but it do cause harm because you know when you start looking at pride outweighs everything. It just makes you go blind. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
you definitely ain't getting a full view.
Because now when pride steps in, now it's all about self. It becomes oneself. It becomes now you think you're doing everything, which
it's not.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not. It's a harmony. Your body works in a harmony.
Harmony with everything, the universe, the sun, everything. So it's I believe that we just in a time now where us
humans,
it's like they say, a few are gonna go, a few are not, a few gonna stay. That this gonna happen. And what it is, people don't understand. It's not no rapture gonna happen, but what it is, it's a balance of consciousness of you, where you at in your consciousness. If you continue to always be in your low vibration state, always worried about problems, always thinking, it's always happening to me. You gonna continue to see those things. But if those things happen to you, and you like me, and you say, "Oh, I know my." Oh, this is just the start from my blessing. Because I know if this is happening to me now, I know everything is in balance and harmony. You can't always have bad without good. You can't always have good without bad. It's the yin yang symbol. You gotta have a little good and everything,
and
all bad
omega,
things, and all bad things, you gotta have a little good.
Yeah.
So people gotta understand where you put yourself in that yin and yang.
Yeah, you gotta
people put themselves in that certain.
They all
dark
set
place.
that shit. Yeah, you feed something too much, and
Exactly.
you lacking something somewhere. You know, a lot of people think that you can feed yourself physically with food when your soul is hungry and you can't. You know what I'm saying? You got a soul that's rested. Physical sleep don't work. No, sleep. You gonna wake up, you're still tired. Why are you still tired? Because your soul is tired.
Because of what you went to sleep and you slept upon. You didn't allow it to go. It's either you can fix it or you can't. But if you can't do either one of them, it still has to be let go.
Facts. Carrying it for what?
Yeah. But see, people carry a lot of baggage, and that's what the weight of them being sleepy is. You're carrying all this spiritual baggage, and you wonder why your spirit is.
That's the way to your ass being sleepy. Y'all hear that? That's funny.
Yeah, for real.
There goes some of that baggage out there, y'all. Like and subscribe.
And people don't understand your spirit is tied into you and your flesh. So if your spirit get weighs down enough not to give your body energy, then you will deplete and you will feel like you don't have no energy, you're drained. That meaning your spirit is depleted.
Yes, you need to go recharge that shit.
Give you enough energy to keep it going.
Facts, you need to go restart it. You need to go respark it. Yeah, man. Hey y'all, man. I told y'all this cast was going. We're gonna go back and do some highlights, man. Y'all got some questions or something, man. It's gonna be on like Sundays, on my Monday, Wednesdays, at a certain time of the day, I'm gonna set up where I do questions and answers, where it's a live feed where y'all can tap in for the stuff that I might have talked about for the morning, and then the stuff that I might have did for the evening. I'm gonna set up where it's a live feed webinar where y'all can tap in. So, yeah, man, this is just a beta one, man. I thank y'all for tapping in and stuff, though, man. Y'all got like, subscribe, follow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, next week gonna get on relationships, man, on a man's point of view of things, because I don't think we get enough point of view on us as dads and stuff like that.
All right, so that's what we on. Well, that's the next one. We go right into that one next, man. So what you do? What's on that one? Start it off. Come on, man. Break me off.
What I don't understand is that, okay, with fathers, okay, no matter what you do, okay, you do all these things to a point, and then it just takes for some women to get mad.
The microphone. I knew it something failed.
Yeah, but you be doing everything up until a point, and then now you just bum daddy and all this stuff because of the emotion of the mother that
not being fair.
Yeah, but what it really comes down to is that why do all relationships feel like, oh, well, that's my baby mama? No, I can't it go both ways. They think, oh, just because that's my baby mama, I could always lay up with her or this. No, that's a lie. That's not true.
Right.
That's absolutely false.
That's a gross.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a gross exaggeration.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because the simple fact is somebody got to get to the point where you realize this shit ain't gonna work, and it never did.
Wait,
you know what I'm saying? So
you got to build for construction that's successful. So if y'all don't work together, you still got a business. Like you was a business partner. You started a wager. You made a baby. That's a business at a certain point. So y'all both have investments in that. So it'd be funny how they automatically design society to where women automatically got an edge in them environments. And I don't necessarily agree that that's always the case. You know what I'm saying? That, like, you, for instance, to give validity to the thought. You married a woman and she get divorced, she get half your money, but she's done none of the work. You know what I'm saying? Like this, I don't care if it's a man or a woman, like this is an outrageous construct. I went and built a whole empire and you're entitled to have based off of what? Like what did you do? Like if you help build an empire, you built bricks, you was instrumental in building empire, then you have a part of the structure. But if you was at home spending my money, your show feet kicked up.
No, but you know what? A lot of the answer be, oh, I went through the emotional part with you, help you get in there. But the whole thing about it is a lot of people don't want to be truthful about it. They call the emotional thing.
That's why I knocked the bike over last time. They called so emotional.
You know, so it's like they don't get it sometimes. It's like they was the emotional cause. It's like I help you get through this. No, you help me get through you not believing in what I believed in.
Right.
Once now the vision came, the vision is more tangible to touch. Now it's different. You get what I'm saying? But the problem is a lot of times they didn't have no belief. You know, at home you never started with nobody believing. That's your first doubt. Everybody doubts you there.
Yeah, that's why they said the prophets had to lead the crib.
Because honestly, that's where you're supposed to get the most support. You don't. You get the less support because it'd be like
I'm used to your talents and skills. And that's why I think they say that keep your enemy close to him, because more people that are close to you are aroused to jealousy and discontent than strangers. You know what I'm saying? Because they have a view of where you came from, and they don't feel like what you did is nothing special for like what the fuck, but that don't necessarily mean that. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan got brothers and sisters, Oprah do too. So you know, some people got special callings on them. You know what I'm saying? It will be nice to have support, but if you notice, most of the time you're gonna have to go other places to build that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I think that a lot of times that too in the relationships, we blind ourselves to stuff. Like you have started a relationship with people off of false pretenses, like, or one of your motivators. You have 7 different things that motivate all humans in relationships. And if one of them is deficient and you get it, it'll blind you to the ones that you lack. That's why they be like love is blind. Because say so, for instance, if you got a mate at home that isn't able to talk to you and y'all can't talk, and you get out into the world and you meet a motherfucker that you could talk to, all of a sudden you feel like, oh man, I love them. It's like, wait a minute, it's other shit you gotta look at. Once you get full on that talking to stuff, you're gonna notice that I need other shit. Now it's other shit deficient. So people gotta take time and start with self. If you learn how to love yourself, like we said earlier with self-control, that's the rehash. Self-control. You know, if you start with yourself, like Mike said, the man in the mirror, then you can learn how to love and appreciate somebody else. If you don't know how to love and appreciate yourself properly, then what are you going to do with somebody else? And a lot of people tend to build relationships where they're broken, and they tend to put their broken on the other person. You know what I'm saying? Which is already, like he said earlier, you're the reason for the emotional strength.
And when you got 2 broken pieces, how can you put 2 broken pieces together when they never was broken from the same item?
Okay, two different kind of breaks, bro. 2 whole different breaks.
So that's what people don't get. It's like you broken, I'm broken. We're broken from 2 different pieces, but we trying to put these pieces together.
Yeah, and they don't fit. Yeah, because it's 2 different shards. Yeah.
I got to get myself back whole and put these pieces back together just as well as you. Now that we come together and we both whole, now we can share content that we can hold.
Now we can share unity.
Yeah,
we can combine
because we can pour from each other.
Right.
Now, but if we broken, we don't have nothing to broke. We got to get this brokenness fixed.
We got to get facts. That's why the journey with yourself, you got to start there. Yeah. So, you know, if you start there, you definitely would like, but a lot of people don't. You know, a lot of people go from relationship to relationship rebound. Like,
and this is the number one thing. Some of y'all women and men, shut up and let the person completely talk and let that have a full understanding of what they say before you hear one word and you jump on it. I promise you, man, most conversation, people don't know half of what a person gonna say. All they hear is one thing that spark they negative nerve, and they go left field, and you don't even be trying to say that to a person. You could say one thing and a person hear that. You really was trying to say this. You really could have been saying, look, man, this fire on the back of your damn sleeve But you don't want to be able to get there because a person, all they heard was, oh, my sleeve. So now you think I'm talking about you, or you think I'm saying offensive. And you didn't really hear me. I was really trying to tell you something.
I was really trying to help
you. The understanding nowadays, it get all twisted up because people don't listen to a person. They hear what they want to hear, and then it's like, well, you've been talking too long, or this and that. It doesn't matter if a person is talking long or this, that, the other. Try to have a full understanding at least what they said. You know, listen to just not a sentence.
Right. No, because I always tell people, bro, even that one too, just to share, you know, use it in a sentence. I always tell people like all the stories start with once upon a time, but they don't all have the same morale, bro. So when you hear me start with once upon a time, you like, oh, I already know.
Yep.
You've already cut off the ability to receive the rest of your fruit.
Yep.
What the hell? Listen, and not only listen, but hear, which means to stop. Don't take it as a defense. Listen to understand, comprehend.
Look, how many damn books started once upon a time? It's okay. All the books started that. So that don't mean all the books. I think Cinderella, Little Red Riding Hood. It's all these stories start on once upon a time, and that's all people hear. It's like you say, once upon a time. Oh man, I heard this story, bro. I'm not talking about Little Red Riding Hood. I was talking about the Three Pigs. Bro.
Right, I was talking about the Three Pigs. I was going to tell you about the Turtles in the Air. You heard about that? It's a new Aesop tale. You heard that? You know, okay, never mind. So,
because that's the way the story was just told. Back some things.
That's how we convey knowledge to each other. There were stories told before there was books, and before there was computers. There was people sitting around fires, and there was somebody else.
Basically, once upon a time, basically me, nigga, back in the day. This is my story. I'm gonna tell you from back in the day. That's just some shit popped off. But that don't mean you heard the same shit that popped off in my life that you heard a story from previously.
Right.
And that's what you got twisted because you automatically thought I was going to talk about the last person life and I'm talking about mine.
Right. How funny is you? This the point, bro. Listen to understand, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to stop that. There's a lot of people that do that. Just like you have a conversation in your head about somebody don't necessarily mean it's true. Like you gotta go convey that conversation, bro. You know what I'm saying? Go talk to the people. You know what I'm saying? Stop having conversations about people in their head that don't involve them. You know?
Real, that was your conversation. You didn't have a full conversation in your head about this person. Now you just said that person that said that person ain't said
none of that shit. Because that's what happened with the Once Upon a Time. You thought we was talking about Cinderella. So you ran off and told everybody about a whole story that we wasn't even talking about. Now you constructed feelings and reality that we got to deal with.
They got a TV show now called Once Upon a Time, and they got all the
stories.
So how you gonna say they had one character? That mean you didn't see because they had all the characters in there.
Yeah,
that's called Once Upon a Time.
Yeah,
and they had all of them in there.
Time. Yeah.
It even had bad motherfuckers in there with Once Upon a Time.
They all a part of the storyline. So
so, listen to all of them. You know, what's the name?
The Queen, Ursula. I see everybody, bro. I see Mulan. I like Once Upon a Time, bro. That was
for real, because it gets down to how people became. These niggas wasn't always like this.
Yeah.
There was a time where what's the name was good, nigga, and she turned back because of situations.
Yeah.
See, some situations can make you embrace your other being.
Because
you have a low, and sometimes you have to embrace that other being to help you get through these low trenches you go through. Because that is the being, the lower conscious that knows this better. So sometimes you have to embrace the higher conscious has to embrace the lower conscious at a certain point from you to become one as whole to understand some low vibration thing you had to do because that was the only way you was gonna make it through it.
Right. Fact.
But you don't have to stay like that, and that's not where you're supposed to be.
And now we talking about evolutions and Christ consciousness, bro. And you know that's the real shit. You don't have to stay there. Hey, look, church, man. You hear the brother going to church on you, man. We done went to other astral planes on y'all.
Because man, to see when you like this, you shift. You might get the battle about this, and it to people like you understand. The other people that might be think we battling, but it's not that. It's just our consciousness, our mind be moving so fast that we talk about. It's like we have flashes, like movies. We see things before other people. So
discernments.
Our discernments come faster. It sounds like they all blur together, but it makes sense to other people.
Okay, so if you got ears, you will hear. You got eyes, you will see. So
yeah,
shit don't need to be explained to motherfuckers that know. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's another spiritual thing because people didn't get that. People that have ears hear, people that have eyes to see.
Yeah.
That means that some people are blind; they cannot see.
Yeah.
So you have to listen with your ears. Your ears have to become your eyes now because some people can make visions from what they hear and what people say to them.
Yes, you paint pictures.
Because if you was able to see once upon a time and you went blind, you remember things that you saw. So if some things people see, you could cause them visions in your mind to see those.
Yeah.
You just won't see them physically, but you can see them
in your third eye. Yes, in your mind's eye, you would definitely see those projections. I definitely agree because I can close my eyes now, even with my rectals working, and see projections.
And same thing, like and see, like with the eyes in the ear, it goes back to the ears again. You can have a full conversation without even moving your mouth.
Facts.
So that meaning you can go back and forth in your spiritualness, in your spiritual realm, and in this physical realm, because you can actually, we could all sit here and say that door is right in our mind and don't say nothing to each other, but we all just said it. So spiritually, we can shift.
We got telepathy.
So people don't understand how powerful they are.
Yes,
until they
because they live in a constant state of fear, bro. The society that we live in puts us in a state of survival and fear. So if you're in a state of survival and fear, it's just like you running from a wild animal chasing you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If you running from a wild animal chasing you, bro, you are not in your most comfortable state. You're not thinking about eating, reproduction. You're not thinking about none of that stuff.
Bro. They know them endorphins and all that start pumping in, you see, and that's another thing too. They gravitate off that energy. They even certain things they know when you fear, you
lower vibration.
Yep, but it does into your blood.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's why happy people don't be sick. You don't really see happy people sick.
Yep.
It's only depressed or sad people once you pick up certain things, and that doesn't. You got so many different things, guys, that you do. Like, so you got a mental, you got the spiritual, you got the physical. So you have to feed all of those things. So your body needs nutrients, it needs life.
But you know what it is? Not only feed them, you have to align.
Yes, they have to be.
They have to be aligned. When they're off aligned, then one is more than the other, and one is less than the other. That's the biggest problem when they're not aligned, because once they become aligned with one, that's when you become one with self.
Right. That's when you become one with self. Exactly. Hey, that's called the triangle of infinity, y'all. I've been having that with me for a minute, man. That's why I call that a triangle of infinity. It's the mind, body, and the soul. You know what I'm saying? You have to get those into unity. You know what I'm saying? Usually they're out of unity. So you eat things that become chaotic in your solar system, and then you watch things and download them into your brain that are not nutrient to your mind, which then you haven't took time to appreciate all the great things and talk to your higher self. So now your soul is discontented. So all those things need to be nurtured and taken care of and exercised. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you feed is what's going to be the strongest.
Yeah.
So if you feed the beast, the beast gonna be strong. You got to feed the light. You know what I'm saying? So
and people don't understand the beast is really your flesh.
Yes, it is. It is. Look, watch this. Control. I tell people about control. This is funny about me with control. People always try to control. I say, self-control is one of the hardest things. Why? Well, because you want to control everybody but yourself. That's why you tell everybody else what to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you want to tell somebody what to do, tell yourself what to do. And watch how yourself get on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Get up and exercise and go do this. Watch how yourself like fuck all that up and go watch TV. So there you go. So before you decide to go try to generate out of your own solar system, get your system together. That's what the creator says. Before you judge expecting somebody eyes, clean up yours. You know what I'm saying? So hey y'all, thank y'all for tuning in, man. We're gonna pause this one. We're gonna get back at y'all later. Y'all have a blessed day. You know what I'm saying? Like, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Tune in. We're gonna do it live. All right, let me cut the video.
This all us just, you know, just talking, you know, this just all talk, you know. This,
hey, look,
it
talks with Ness. That's what we do.
It's all for entertainment purposes.
It's definitely for entertainment purposes. All right, look, get your chakras right. Access your Christ consciousness, man. Y'all blessings. Talk to y'all.